Hey everyone, Duke here, and as of today, for a limited time, the only legendary arc trace rifle, Path of Least Resistance, is now available and craftable. As you're probably aware, you're going to need 5 patterns for any weapon in order to craft it, and the Path of Least Resistance is pretty much unacquirable from normal means these days, as it's from a previous season, and that season got sunset. But as of today, for the next few days, Zur is selling the Path of Least Resistance in his inventory. So what you can do in order to craft this is buy 5 copies of the Path of Least Resistance, and then in your Season Pass, you have access to the Deep Sight Harmonizers. These are going to allow you to take any weapon that you receive and turn them into having Deep Sight. So if you buy 5 copies of the Trace Rifle and use 5 of these Deep Sight Harmonizers, you're going to be able to craft this weapon. Now, do note that you only get access to 6 of these per season, so you may have already used them, or you may just not want to do the trace rifle as like your #1 priority, but I would still recommend buying 5 copies of this trace rifle and just putting them in your vault, because you never know when Zur is going to sell it again, and you may want it in the future, and you can still use Deep Sight Harmonizers that you get for future seasons, or maybe if we get access to being able to get more of them in future seasons, you'll have the weapons, and then you can just use them then, rather than, having extra deep sight harmonizers and not having the weapon, and suddenly you're just like, oh wow, I really wish I could craft this. Definitely better to use up, a little bit of legendary shards, use up 5 of your vault space in order to pick up the trace rifle and have them when you actually do want to craft it. And even if you don't even think you ever want to craft it, this roll isn't bad. Stats for all, 1 for all is not a bad roll just to have a legendary arc trace rifle. Legendary trace rifles are in a very, very, very strong spot now in terms of double special builds, and trace rifles are just a very nice option for one of those weapons to kind of have a primary type weapon that still runs double special and give you access to having significantly higher amount of heavy ammo drops. And of course, with these surge mods and nightfalls and things like that, a arc specific trace rifle is nice, and this is the only one other than exotics that you can have, so definitely worth having at least one at the very, very least. And that's all for today. I hope this video helped those of you looking to add a little bit of flexibility to your builds, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.